Today I'm here to share how to use effective dialogue to improve conflicts in communication. A survey of 5,000 full-time employees from 9 different countries, 85% of the people said that they deal with conflict at some degree, while 29% say that they deal with conflict frequently or always. I'm here with our Communications 101 class, and most of my information came from our text, Communication Pathways, 2nd edition, from guidelines created by Jack Gibbs, and my statistics came from an article on a government website titled Conflict Management: Difficult Conversations with Difficult People. These guidelines can be developed can be used to develop dialogue to resolve communication conflicts. These approaches are description, focusing on problem solving, being spontaneous, expressing empathy, acknowledging equality, and being provisional. Starting with description. Using description as a way of expressing to somebody that they're doing something inappropriate without telling them that they are appropriate. Using evaluation, you're judging whether that person is in the right or is in the wrong. A statement that is evaluative can be, "You are annoying." Well, you're not really helping that person, and you're putting them on a defense, and you offended them. Instead, using description, you're able to focus on the behavior and not the person themselves. By saying tapping the pencil over and over again is very distracting. That way, that person is able to receive the message that their behavior is wrong, but themselves is not wrong. Next, focusing on problem solving instead of controlling the outcome. When we try to control the outcome, we're shutting ourselves off from being able to accept help from others or other people's approach of doing something. A statement like, "Let's just do it this way, I know it works." It leaves everyone else's opinion out and only yours in. When we focus on solving the problem together, everyone wins. A statement like, "If we all put in our way of approaching, we can work to developing the best plan of attack." Now everyone's able to contribute and nobody's opinion is being undervalued. The next way is using spontaneous statements instead of strategic. Strategic statements are used to use leverage against somebody to get them to do what you want them to do. A spontaneous statement or a strategic statement could be, "Hey, I helped you move last time. How about you come help me move this time?" And you're typically this is taking their decision away and guilt tripping them at the same time. Using a spontaneous statement gives them their freedom back. Say something like, "Could you just help me? Could you come help me move on Saturday?" This takes away the pressure of being told that they have to do it, and it gives them a more positive response. Next way is expressing empathy instead of using neutrality, which doesn't let you see someone else's perspective. Neutrality keeps you from putting yourself into someone else's shoes. Say, "I don't want to get involved with your guys' argument," and that makes no attempt at creating a solution. But when you express empathy, you are literally putting yourself in their shoes. You can say something like, "I understand that leaving the sponge in the sink is really irritating to you. Why don't you try talking to them?" Now this is addressing the problem as being a valid issue and working towards a solution. The next way is acknowledging equality over being superior. When we're being superior, we act superior, we think that we know how to do something better than someone, or we literally see them doing it wrong and perceive them as stupid. A superior statement could be, "What are you doing? Why are you doing such a stupid thing?" Or, "What are you doing?" And that can put somebody on the defense, and it can embarrass them, and they're probably thinking negative thoughts about you in their head. Instead of acting with equality, and with that, you're not assuming that you know better than someone else. An equality statement is, "Hey, this that thing gives me a hard time sometimes. Why don't you try doing this approach? And now that way you're helping the person and you're not disrespecting them at the same time. Finally, be provisional or flexible is going to get you a lot farther than certainty. When speaking with certainty, we leave no room for change. A certain statement is, go take the trash out right now. This can cause tension. You just order that person to do something. A provisional statement, it leaves open the door for flexibility. You mind taking the trash out for me when you get a chance? That gives the person an opportunity to decide whether they want to do it and accept the task in a more positive way. It's not hard to put these approaches into use. All these approaches could be used. If we use Jack Gibbs approaches on creating and developing effective dialogue, we can all resolve conflicts in a more positive way. With using description and not evaluation, not controlling the problem, but working towards solving the problem, being spontaneous and not strategic, expressing empathy and not neutrality, being acknowledging equality and not superiority, and being provisional and not certain. Can all work towards positive dialogue. It would be wonderful if we lived in a world where no one ever had a failure to communicate, but this is not realistic. But now at least we have guidelines to help ease the issue.